These are the plaintiffs, Aaron Thomas and Ken Senerkia. They say the defendants bought a golden retriever from them, and they still owe money. The defendants claim the dog is sick and needs ultrasounds, but they know they're making it up because the dog's perfectly healthy. They're suing for either the dog back or the $350 they're owed. These are the defendants, Robert and Julie Lokes. They say the dog has a serious heart murmur and needs medical attention. The plaintiffs are losers who threaten people, and they're willing to let the judge decide their fate because they are done dealing with them. They're accused of pooping out on a puppy payment. The defendants have filed a countersuit for $300 for being sold a sickly dog.
Okay, Aaron Thomas and Ken, is it Senerkia?
Senerkia, yeah.
Okay. You are suing Robert and Julie
Lokes.
Lokes.
Here, Kirby.
For $350. The balance that you say they owe you for the purchase of that beautiful dog that I see over there. What's the dog's name?
Kirby.
Kirby. For Kirby. What kind of dog is that?
She's a golden
A golden
retriever.
retriever.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, she's very excited.
She is very excited.
She looks sort of excited to see them. You think she remembers?
Friends. She probably smells her brothers and sisters.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
Do you
Mom
still
and
have the
Dad.
brothers and sisters?
We have a brother. Yeah. And the parents.
Okay, now she's just sort of excited in your right shoe. All right. What happened? Talk to me.
Okay, in September of 2009, we adopted a male and a female golden retriever from somebody that had to get rid of them. In October of 2009, we found out that the female was pregnant. Apparently, she'd been in heat before we took ownership.
Okay.
So October 22nd, she gave birth to 6 puppies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you prepared
quite
for that?
an experience.
I
No.
guess you had no choice.
Our kids
All right.
loved it.
Okay.
We raised them in my son's room. I have pictures of the puppies.
Let me see. How old are your kids?
13 and 16 now.
Oh, they must have loved it.
They loved
then.
it.
All right. So go ahead.
So in December of 2009, we began to sell the puppies. We actually gave one to the person that we adopted them from because he got rid of them because he and his wife were getting divorced, and they reconciled.
Oh, okay.
So we actually gave him one. So we
That's
sold 4
sweet.
puppies.
Okay.
In January 2010, Rob contacted me because he was a neighbor. His mom is still a neighbor, about wanting to purchase a puppy. He had heard from his mom and I guess the neighbors that we had all these puppies. It was quite the neighborhood event.
I bet.
So he came to the house around January 6th of 2010. I had 2 puppies left, these 2 puppies,
Okay.
a male and a female,
Which one is his?
on the
Yours?
left.
On the left.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll put it in the back.
So go on. That's the female. Mm-hmm. Okay.
I told him that the female had a heart murmur, but was otherwise healthy according to our vet. She was gaining weight, she was playful, she was eating, and that the male was perfectly healthy, had no defects, and that he had a choice. And in fact, if he had chose the male, I would have been happy because I wanted to keep the female because
Okay,
I had
what-
taken a liking to her.
Okay. So go on.
He chose the female. We made a contract for $650.
May I see the? Did you put it in writing? Okay.
He asked if he could pay payments, and because his mom lives in the neighborhood and he was a former neighbor, I agreed to allow him to pay me a $1,000 deposit and then a $100 deposit.
Oh, I was going to say, wow.
That was quite a
That
joke.
was big of you. That was big of you to allow
I
him
was
to pay.
feeling really charitable that
Okay.
day. $100
$100 deposit.
And then pay $100 a month each month up until it was paid off at $650.
All right. Now, they paid a $100 deposit, and then they paid $200 to make a total of $300, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
So they paid
and
2
then
months.
there's a $350 balance. Now,
Yes.
you don't deny that she told you that the dog had a heart murmur, right?
No, ma'am.
Okay. In fact, according to you, you took him with you to the vet,
I have a
correct?
letter from our vet.
Before he decided which one to buy. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes,
And what
ma'am.
did the vet tell you?
He told us that she had a heart murmur, that he thought it was a 1-2 on a scale of 5. He described some of the ramifications. He told us that he thought that we probably shouldn't breed her because it might put too much stress on her heart. But he also said that it was innocent and that there was a possibility that she would outgrow it.
What does innocent mean?
It's their vernacular, I think, that just as far as whether or not it's going to be outgrown or if
Okay.
it's
Okay.
aggressive and something that needs to be addressed
But now, and
immediately.
all this is being told to you before you choose the girl or the boy.
But it was a vote of good health. I asked their
Okay,
I asked-
you wanted her. Everybody loves this dog.
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody wanted that.
And he
All right.
said, just love her. Their vet said, my advice to you is just love this dog.
Okay. All right. So you choose her and you buy the dog.
Yes.
And you make a few payments,
Yes,
but
okay.
then he stops. And what reason does he give you for stopping?
Because his vet told him that she was very ill, that she was going to need an echocardiogram, she might need surgery, that, you know, that it would be $500 at the University of Pennsylvania Veterinary Hospital, and that they had to save up money to get all of this done. And I felt bad, and I was in the middle of my workday. I'm a nurse. I was in the middle of my workday, and I said to him, I texted him and said, you know what, if that's the case, then we'll relieve you of your financial obligation. And then we had a follow-up conversation that same day, because I talked to Ken, and he said, you know, we need proof.
Right.
And, you know, I'm trusting. That's
Yeah.
how I got into this situation.
Right.
So I said, we need proof. We need a letter from your
you
vet.
call him back or
I
email
called
him?
him back.
You
I
call
called
him back and you say,
said,
listen,
you know,
just give me
we'll
proof
do
of
this,
what
but I
things
want
you
proof.
said.
And so this is what and he got a letter from his vet. I need a letter
and this
from
is
your
the
vet
letter
as
that you
to-
got as proof.
Yes.
All right, and this letter
States
says
that the dog has a heart murmur and is otherwise healthy.
okay. this this letter is in reference to Kirby, a 6-month-old golden retriever puppy owned by Robert and Julie. The puppy was examined at our hospital. Blah blah blah. Was found to have a grade 3 to 4 out of 5 systolic heart murmur, but was otherwise healthy. A referral to a board-certified cardiologist was recommended. Okay, why shouldn't you have to finish paying for the dog? Nothing was hidden from you.
No.
They made it very clear there was a heart murmur.
We didn't
That's
stop
correct.
payments. We spoke with Aaron first. We didn't just stop paying them.
Right.
We proposed that the murmur was different than their vet had suggested.
Okay.
And we were looking for a more humanistic approach to this than giving them another $350 to a dog that we realized was going to really put us in a bit of a financial burden, because we can't spay her now because of the heart murmur, and they want to do the cardio workup before they do try and spay her. So it's all kind of tied together, and the light hadn't been shed on that from the beginning. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No,
Sorry.
that's okay.
Oh gosh, people are so polite. That never happens in my house. All right, go ahead.
Oh, no, just that it was, their vet said it was a 1 and that she would grow out of it. And when we took her to our vet, it had gotten worse.
Okay,
and-
but
and
you guys
louder.
understand that a vet calling a heartbeat a 1 versus a 3 is a very subjective thing that a vet is doing.
Absolutely.
Did you went ahead and went with them to their vet? Did you take the dog before you purchased it to your own vet?
We did not.
No,
did not.
because you
We did not.
expected
We
you
were
to trust that.
satisfied with what their vet
So
said.
your premise for not finishing now, okay.
The
she
premise
says
was
to
they
you
said
is-
we didn't have to.
Right, but then she calls you right back, right?
Well, no,
Right.
it was over the course of maybe a week and a half when they changed, or a week.
All right, let's
they
say it's a
changed.
week and a half. Let's say
Yeah,
it's a week and a
minutia.
half. All right, and then she calls you back and says, hey, can I just see proof of the things you said?
Sure.
That she needs to be taken in for this and taken in for that.
And we did. We gave her the letter from our
Okay,
vet.
but the letter from your vet doesn't say the things that you told her on the phone.
We
That-
included the rest of the information in our
Okay, can I see what you
discovery
sent her, just
packet.
out of curiosity?
The heart murmur is still there, but she is otherwise healthy. She has no clinical signs of.
Does it look like she's outgrowing it? Is that what they said?
No,
No.
he said that she absolutely wasn't outgrowing it, and that would have been by the 6th or 7th month.
Right.
Would have
had
been
she.
gone.
And she's how old now?
She's a
1
year,
year.
just over.
Just over a year.
Okay, here's what I don't understand, okay? What the doctor says, it's very hard to understand these notes, but they don't really, I don't know that they add anything we all know that the dog has a heart murmur. You know that before you buy it, and you still, even though you have a choice, buy that one. And show me the letter from that original vet.
You have it.
You went out and you got a letter from the vet to say what it is that happened on that earlier day when he took the dog. Okay.
Correct.
Mr. Ron Laux was present with Mr. Ken Senerkia, indicating he was interested in purchasing the heart murmur puppy. I informed him of the options of this particular puppy at this point. Either have the University of Pennsylvania or veterinary surgical and diagnostic specialist cardiologically evaluate the puppy, or treat the puppy normally until and if signs showed up, or certainly pass on the puppy since its future was uncertain. Parenthetically, Mr. Laux was also informed that even though at this time there were no clinical signs other than the heart murmur, if a true cardiological workup was not done, there was also the possibility of sudden death. Do you deny the things that the doctor
Yes.
says in this letter?
Yes.
Not everything.
Not
but
everything.
he's-
but
What do you deny?
He did not tell us about a referral to University of Pennsylvania. That came from our vet with an estimate.
He said to love the dog. He said I wouldn't hesitate.
Okay, I understand, but love the dog is not a veteran, that's not a medical diagnosis.
No,
You know that.
it
Love
sure
the dog.
isn't.
It's like,
Right.
you're sitting there like, yeah, I got persuaded to buy the dog because I just
Well,
love
no,
the
we
dog.
didn't get persuaded
Come on,
at all.
seriously.
Okay, if you were in a position where you bought a dog with a heart murmur, would you have to pay for the dog?
I would insist not to pay for the dog because veterinary bills cost money. It costs people time.
I mean, I get that, but if it's not life-threatening, I mean, dogs have all sorts of things, right?
It's true. That's true. I would.
Would you have to pay?
No.
You would not have to pay with a heart murmur.
No.
So you're entitled to a perfect dog. Is that the point here?
That's what I believe, yeah.
You're entitled to a perfect dog.
Well, not a perfect dog, but a dog that's still alive, you know.
Well, the dog. I'm sorry. The dog's not going to die. The dog's heart murmurs are not fatal all the time. I'm living proof. Going inside the courtroom.
What is different? See, here's the thing. I understand that she says to you, listen, you're relieved of all obligation. But immediately, and before, you don't do anything in detrimental reliance on that statement of hers. If somebody says that, you go out and based on that, you think, oh, I've got these other $350, let me go put that towards. You didn't have the University of Pennsylvania do the dog, right?
Decided to
you
do it
haven't
here.
done any of the cardiological, so you haven't spent any of that money.
No.
All right, if you go out and spend that $350 in detrimental reliance on somebody's promise, then you can hold them to a promise, okay? But if you haven't, then what we have, that's not a contract. That's just something she changed her mind on, and she has a right to. She was still willing to do that if she saw something saying what you say, because she feels bad. So she says to you, all right, you know what? I did that based on you claiming that you're going to have to go do all these tests. Can I see some proof that these tests are mandatory at this point, and not we're just going to love the dog,
Sure.
okay? And there's not. The letter that you have doesn't make it mandatory. So your counterclaim against her for $300, you want to give back the dog?
No.
I'll make her give. No, wait. I'll make her pay you that $300. Give her back the dog. No, that's not happening. We all know that's not happening. All right. So no, you're not going to win on your counterclaim, and on their claim against you for the additional $350, I find that you were well aware that there was a medical issue with the dog and chose the dog anyway, and nothing in the medical paperwork you've given me shows that you've had to do anything that you shouldn't have anticipated when you bought the dog with a heart murmur. Verdict for the plaintiff's $350.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, Kirby. Hey, Kirby. Kirby, hey, you're fully paid for now. Kirby's fully paid for now.
Kirby's fully paid.
Look how happy. Look how happy the
She's
dog
a
is.
happy little girl.
Yeah.
And we
About
won
that.
anyway because we have the dog. She is a beautiful dog that we love, and she loves us, and she has a great life, and we're happy about that.
Right? I mean, it's just money, and when you think about that beautiful dog and a couple of $100, I'm sure that it goes right out of your mind.
Sure. And we're still waiting for our official paperwork from the AKC. You know, we were promised paperwork that she is purebred, and we're still waiting on that.
Well,
So
Kirby looks
hopefully-
pretty healthy, and so
She
we
does.
just wish Kirby a long, healthy life. Right, Kirby? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, go say hello to Officer McIntosh. Okay. All right. All right, so come on in here. What's your feeling on the outcome of this case here? Yeah, step up a little bit. Yep.
I feel good about it. I do speak.
Wow.
She did everything she had to do. I feel good about it.
Doesn't one of her relatives live near you guys or something?
His
In the
Rob-
neighborhood?
Rob's
His?
mom lives in the neighborhood.
In the neighborhood. So
Yes.
what is it? Is any
No, it's not
friction
uncomfortable
there?
at all. No, his mom's very sweet and wonderful, and we chat, and there's no problem.
Well, we all wish the best for Kirby, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay, Harvey.
Okay, what you should know is these laws where you buy from a breeder, they vary from state to state, but consumers generally do have rights. And by the way, I should never have said that about the heart murmur. That is just bad luck. And that will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.